So if you've been following along with our blogs, you know that last season we managed to destroy our dinghy. Luckily we were insured, but as we were going to tie up to the dock for 6 months, we thought we'd use that time to maybe do some research and try and narrow down a couple of makes that we were going to buy for the following season. Why yacht insurance? We're our insurance company. We haven't had much luck with insurance companies ever, but these guys were pretty good and they paid up really quickly. So even though the insurance covered probably the cost of a second-hand dinghy, it seems that people like hard-bottom dinghies, and once they have them then they can be sort of repaired, and people rarely sell them on. So Arenga did a previous blog on the criteria that we needed. So by cutting out luxuries and shopping around a bit and trying to get the best deal, we narrowed it down.
The AB is 2.9 and the ribeye is 3.10, so it is slightly bigger. Well, yeah, the AB specifies that it will take a maximum of 15 horsepower, and the ribeye says it will only take a maximum of 42 kilograms, and I'm not sure that our outboard weighs 42 or whether it weighs more. So it depends how that compares, because they recommend a maximum of 9.9. Christian, he is from the Yacht Centre Palma, and he's given this fantastic deal for the AB. It is a Hyperlon, which we know is better.
In conclusion then, the ribeye is PVC, so it won't last as long, and the internal diameter is the same as the AB, which is 2.9 overall. It's more expensive, but will last longer, and with the ribeye PVC, we'd have to have chaps made up for it to protect the PVC skating.
We've saved a bit.
We haven't eaten out.
We haven't been out, we haven't been away anywhere.
We haven't had no fun.
So I think we might have just raised a bit of money from our income.
So we're going for the AB, the 2.9 AB.
Yeah.
Sold.
So we ordered the AB dinghy from Yacht Centre Palma. These guys were really good, they were really communicative, and they stuck the dinghy on a pallet and sent it down to Almiramar for us. I must admit, we don't often treat ourselves to new stuff, so when it arrived it was a bit like Christmas.
This is a pump for the new dinghy.
So by the time it arrived, we were just about ready to go. So it wasn't until about 300 miles later in Mallorca that we could actually get it off the boat and test drive it. Okay, so this is the new AB 2.9 dinghy. And we've just blown it up, and it's got some great features that we weren't actually expecting. I mean, we know it's Hyperlon with an aluminium V-shaped hull. Even though it's the same weight as the Highfield 2.9, it's got this extra aluminium floor, non-slip face to it as well. The real great thing about this is it's got these reinforcement sections here made of aluminium. I mean, this is a real vulnerable spot with most dinghies, and our last dinghy especially. And as these bits get more sort of ragged, there's holes and patches develop here, and you can't really get a repair into that. It's got some storage for the oars down here as well, so instead of them flapping about on top, you can store them down below. The rubbing strake on the bottom, which is great, and the reinforcement patches here at the vulnerable areas. So we've got these extra patches here already for when it gets beached and things like that. Also, the other great thing is they've actually got the rings welded in as part of the boat. So lots of places to attach a pulley when you're lifting it up on the davits. So there's one up forward and there's 3 potential lifting points in here as well. 3 sections, the 2 aft pontoons and the bows. Lots of lifting handles and an aluminium seat as well which slots in the middle. So now we've got it blown up, we're in this beautiful bay, and then we're going to get it in the water and give it a try out with our old 15 horsepower 2-stroke Evinrude engine.
It's live, we got a dinghy. We got a dinghy, Daddy. Daddy, we're ready for a go.
Right, should we all go in?
Yeah.
We need more of us in it. Get your boy into it. First time out in our new AB dinghy, and yeah, we're pretty impressed so far. It's really fast, and it gets on the plane as well with 5 of us, no problems at all. And yeah, it feels good. Do you feel safe in it?
I feel safe. I have to say, naming it Tintin.
I'm going to swim.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, Rowan, get ready then.
I want to step on land. I've been on land for 3 days. Yay!
One, two, three, go.
1, 2, 3.
So yeah, that was really easy bringing that onto the beach, because again, we're not used to having that hard bottom, and it's got that nice rubbing strip. So when you've got nice soft sand like this, you can pretty much just put it up and it slides up the beach. Perfect.
Excellent, we like it. What am I going to call it?
Tintin.
Tintin, apparently, because the boat's called Haddock. It's still not my favourite name, but we have to go with it. I thought it was going to be snowy.
No, the mini one's going to be snowy, the white one.
So we're just stowing for our trip from Mallorca to Sicily. We've got about 4 days of good wind. So we want to get the dinghy up on deck because we don't want to leave it hanging on the davits, because it's predicted to be about 3 metres of swell. So that's more than enough to reach the dinghy. We're going to mount it up here instead. We're partially deflating it to fit under the boom, under the mizzen boom.
So now that we've got this new dinghy, we're obsessed with keeping it safe. I mean, we didn't even want to use it at the beginning, but we're a bit more confident now. So when we leave it on a pontoon, if we're going on land, we're really careful about locking it up. So we use a big chain, and we lock up the outboard, petrol can and the dinghy to the dock, and we never leave it now unlocked, because it's just too good to lose.
Basically dedicated ourselves to the next 6 months of not having any fun. I'm just randomly been told what to say from below. And obviously the kids were as helpful as ever. Matt. So, in light of YouTube's continuing disabling of family blog comments, please like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and show us a bit of support and love. So, if you would like to comment, pop over to our Facebook page. We put a link to the video on there in which we can comment down below. Or better still, you can go to our Patreon page and become a patron and really share in our journey and get a bit more insight into what we do.
And if you want to do it, do it.